The St. Augustine Lighthouse, located on Anastasia Island in Florida, is one of the oldest and most iconic lighthouses in the United States. Beyond its historic significance as a beacon for mariners, it is widely regarded as one of the most haunted locations in the country. The tales of ghostly encounters, mysterious apparitions, and unexplained phenomena have captivated visitors and paranormal enthusiasts alike, making the St. Augustine Lighthouse a focal point for those intrigued by the supernatural. The history of the St. Augustine Lighthouse dates back to the late 16th century when Spanish settlers established the first watchtower to help navigate the treacherous waters along the Florida coast. The current lighthouse, however, was constructed between 1871 and 1874, replacing an earlier structure that had been lost to erosion. Standing at 165 feet tall, the lighthouse played a crucial role in guiding ships safely to shore, especially during periods of heavy fog and stormy weather. Over the years, the lighthouse has witnessed numerous tragedies, including shipwrecks, drownings, and accidents, many of which are believed to have contributed to the haunting of the site. One of the most well-known ghost stories associated with the St. Augustine Lighthouse involves the ghost of a former lighthouse keeper, Peter Rasmussen. Rasmussen served as the keeper in the early 1900s and was known for his strict demeanor and love for cigars. After his death, visitors and staff began reporting the strong smell of cigar smoke in the lighthouse, despite smoking being prohibited on the premises. The scent often appears without warning and lingers in the air before dissipating just as suddenly, leading many to believe that Rasmussen's spirit still watches over the lighthouse, ensuring that his beloved beacon remains in operation. Another tragic tale is that of the Pitti family, whose children are said to haunt the lighthouse to this day. Hezekiah Pitti, the construction foreman overseeing the building of the lighthouse in the 1870s, moved to St. Augustine with his wife and children. During the construction, Pitti's daughters, Eliza and Mary, along with a young African-American girl who was likely the daughter of one of the workers, were playing in a supply cart used to transport materials to the site. The cart broke loose and rolled down the hill, plunging into the water, trapping the children inside. Despite desperate rescue attempts, all three girls drowned. Since then, numerous reports have surfaced of visitors hearing the sounds of children laughing and playing in and around the lighthouse. Some have even claimed to see the apparitions of young girls dressed in period clothing, running and playing before vanishing into thin air. The paranormal activity at the St. Augustine Lighthouse doesn't end with these two stories. There have been countless accounts of unexplained footsteps echoing up the spiral staircase, doors that open and close on their own, and mysterious shadows moving through the lighthouse keeper's quarters. Some visitors have reported feeling an unseen presence, a sudden drop in temperature, or even being touched by invisible hands. The lighthouse has become a popular destination for ghost tours, and it has been featured on several paranormal television shows, where investigators have captured compelling evidence of ghostly encounters, including eerie voices, apparitions, and strange light anomalies. One of the most chilling ghostly sightings is that of a woman in a long, white dress, believed to be the spirit of a former lighthouse keeper's wife. The story goes that in the 19th century, a lighthouse keeper's wife fell ill and passed away in the keeper's house. Her grief-stricken husband, unable to cope with the loss, continued to maintain the lighthouse. But visitors have since reported seeing a woman matching her description standing in the lighthouse or looking out from the windows. She is often seen gazing out toward the sea, perhaps eternally waiting for her husband to return. The lighthouse itself is not the only part of the property believed to be haunted. The keeper's house, now a museum, has also been the site of numerous paranormal occurrences. Staff and visitors have reported hearing disembodied voices, seeing objects move on their own, and experiencing an overwhelming sense of unease in certain rooms. In one instance, a museum employee claimed to have seen the apparition of a man dressed in old-fashioned attire walking through the hallway before disappearing into thin air. The man was described as having a stern expression, leading some to speculate that it could be the spirit of one of the former lighthouse keepers, still performing his duties in the afterlife. The basement of the keeper's house is particularly notorious for its eerie atmosphere. Visitors have reported feeling sudden chills, seeing shadowy figures, and hearing strange noises emanating from the basement. Some have even described feeling as though they were being watched or followed while exploring the area. Paranormal investigators have recorded strange electromagnetic readings and unexplained cold spots in the basement, further fueling the belief that the spirits of those who once lived and worked at the lighthouse are still present. Despite the numerous reports of paranormal activity, the St. Augustine Lighthouse remains a place of great historical significance. It continues to be an active aid to navigation, guiding ships safely along the Florida coast as it has done for over a century. The lighthouse and the surrounding grounds have been meticulously preserved, offering visitors a glimpse into the past and a chance to explore the rich history of the area. The museum housed in the former keeper's quarters showcases artifacts, photographs, and exhibits detailing the history of the lighthouse and the people who lived and worked there. For those interested in the paranormal, the St. Augustine Lighthouse offers ghost tours that delve into the haunted history of the site. These tours take visitors through the lighthouse, the keeper's house, and the surrounding grounds, sharing the stories of the spirits that are said to haunt the area. Many who take the tour report feeling a sense of unease, as if they are not alone, and some even claim to have experienced paranormal phenomena firsthand. The tours have become so popular that they often sell out, drawing people from all over the country who are eager to experience the supernatural side of St. Augustine. The allure of the St. Augustine Lighthouse lies not only in its historical importance but also in the countless ghostly tales that have emerged over the years. The stories of the tragic accidents, the spirits of the children, and the lingering presence of the lighthouse keepers have cemented its reputation as one of the most haunted lighthouses in the United States. Whether or not one believes in ghosts, the St. Augustine Lighthouse offers a unique blend of history and mystery that continues to captivate the imagination of all who visit. The combination of the lighthouse's remote and atmospheric location, its long history of service, and the tragic events that have occurred there all contribute to the sense of lingering spirits and unresolved energies that many believe are present. For over a century, the St. Augustine Lighthouse has stood as a beacon of light for mariners, but for those who are drawn to its haunted past, it also serves as a beacon for the unknown, calling out to those who seek to uncover the secrets of the afterlife. In recent years, the St. Augustine Lighthouse has gained even more attention from paranormal researchers and ghost hunters who continue to investigate the site in search of evidence of the supernatural. Their findings, which often include strange noises, sudden drops in temperature, and unexplainable images and sounds captured on recording devices, have only added to the lighthouse's reputation as a hub of paranormal activity. The St. Augustine Lighthouse, located on Anastasia Island in Florida, is one of the oldest and most iconic lighthouses in the United States. Beyond its historic significance as a beacon for mariners, it is widely regarded as one of the most haunted locations in the country. The tales of ghostly encounters, mysterious apparitions, and unexplained phenomena have captivated visitors and paranormal enthusiasts alike, making the St. Augustine Lighthouse a focal point for those intrigued by the supernatural. The history of the St. Augustine Lighthouse dates back to the late 16th century when Spanish settlers established the first watchtower to help navigate the treacherous waters along the Florida coast. The current lighthouse, however, was constructed between 1871 and 1874, replacing an earlier structure that had been lost to erosion. Standing at 165 feet tall, the lighthouse played a crucial role in guiding ships safely to shore, especially during periods of heavy fog and stormy weather. Over the years, the lighthouse has witnessed numerous tragedies, including shipwrecks, drownings, and accidents, many of which are believed to have contributed to the haunting of the site.